Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops. And with Dalvin Cook, after the Vikings released him, you knew that there was going to be a little bit of a market for the 27-year-old, soon to be 28-year-old running back. 4 straight Pro Bowls, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He still has some tread left on the tires and was going to draw some interest in the market. And reportedly, the Jets and the Dolphins are among many teams that are in number 4. This is from Dov Kleeman. The Miami Dolphins and New York Jets, along with several other NFL teams, have expressed interest in signing free agent running back Dalvin Cook, according to ESPN's Dianna Russini. The news comes after Cook's release by the Minnesota Vikings. Both the Dolphins and Jets are diligently researching the possibility of adding Cook to their roosters. Dianna reported that the Miami Dolphins and New York Jets are just 2 of many teams that are doing homework on Dalvin Cook. And the homework, I'm sure, is getting that shoulder checked out, as well as going through all the analytics and all the game film, seeing why Dalvin, did he have a career low 4.4 yards per carry last season because of him slowing down and Father Time being undefeated, or was it the Vikings' shoddy interior offensive line, as well as the offensive line with a number of injuries up front? That has to be taken into account, but I still think that Dalvin does have something left in the tank, but I fully respect the Vikings moving on from a player a year too early versus a year too late. I think that's something that was lacking with the Spielman regime, and I'm glad that Kwesi is going down that route. And we've actually pointed out before that the Dolphins and the Jets do make a lot of sense, and the Dolphins were the team that was always tied to the Vikings if there was going to be a Dalvin trade. And even though they did re-sign Raheem Mostert and my name Jeff Wilson, as well as drafted Devin Akane in the 3rd round, I mean, Dalvin would still be RB1 down on South Beach. Of course, it would be a homecoming as well. But the question is, why would the Dolphins and Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel want to pony up? Right. Although Dalvin, in a similar heavy outside zone running scheme with Mike McDaniel, would be able to hit the ground running quite easily with the Dolphins. Broncos also makes sense. Jumpin' George Payton is a former assistant to the regional general manager when the Vikings drafted Dalvin in 2017, as well as, remember, Clint Kubiak. Yeah, former OC of the Vikings is on staff of the Broncos for whatever reason. It's almost like Denver synonymous with the Kubi, whatever. And then you got the Jets, where if you ever wanted to know why the cap is a myth, so Aaron Rodgers is due $50 million this year, but his cap hit is like $1.125 million. So that's why people are so confused. Like, honestly, Rodgers has like the 20th highest cap hit on his team, which is, man, I'm not on your team. But the Jets have the cap space. Now, they do have Breece Hall come back from injury. They do have Michael Carter, who I like, as well as the rookie Izzy Abakanda coming in from Pitt. So, I mean, running back-wise, they're pretty good, but never sleep on just Rodgers. Rodgers being like, hey, let's get all my former teammates, as well as guys who used to kick my ass in the NFC North. Let's get them all on one team. Go ahead. So, I mean, that could make sense. The Cowboys, if they don't bring back Zeke, sure. Cardinals, even though I'm pretty sure they're tanking, whatever. But what could impact Dalvin as he looks for a significant contract, him and his agents, he does have $2 million guaranteed from the Vikings or whatever team that he signs with. So that does give him some time to wait. If a true market value doesn't materialize. And SpotRack did estimate his market value at $8.7 million. I don't know if he's going to see that because, yes, he is 27, going to be 28, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, yes, but I mean, the market is the market, and teams aren't paying out big money for expensive running backs anymore. Also, the fact that you throw in your veteran running backs like Leonard Fournette and Ezekiel Elliott and Kareem Hunt are all on the market, and they're all in the 27, 28-year-old range. And no, I don't think that those 3 are the caliber of Dalvin at this stage of their careers respectively. But would you rather pay Dalvin 8.7 or pay Fournette 3? Or pay Kareem Hunt 3 or Zeke Elliott 3? It is a cost benefits analysis, but I do think that it does make sense for the Jets and the Dolphins. And also, don't discount the fact that they're in the same division and potentially wanting to sign Dalvin just to keep him away from the other teams. It's possible. I mean, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, you could actually also throw the Bills in there, too. Maybe even the Patriots. Of course, the Patriots done diligence on Nuke Hopkins, and Dalvin has talked about how teaming up with Nuke would be amazing. So don't discount that, too, because I think right now, like, Dalvin could join like half the league, and it wouldn't really surprise you. You wouldn't really bat an eye. And I think this thing is going to drag on. I would actually be surprised if he's on a roster at the start of training camp, because even though there may be interest from teams, I don't know if they're willing to pony up for a running back who does have a track record of injuries, even though, ironically, last year was the first time they played all regular season games, who is coming off of surgery. You do have some questions there, and is going to be looking for top dollar. So I think that this thing could drag on all summer and into training camp, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, your thoughts on our thoughts. Reportedly, the Dolphins and Jets doing their homework among many teams in on Dalvin Cook. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. We'll support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo, but till next time, Skull Production Value.